everybody, welcome to MUSE TV. We are back and we got a great movie that we're talking about today with the cast and director. It's called Stealing Chaplin. It's based on a true story, which is kind of, when you look in your history, look at Google, you'll believe this really did happen. And we have director Paul Tanter, we have Simon Phillips, Doug Phillips, and Ken Bressers. Dude, this film is like a bunch of fun. What was it about? First to Paul, how did it all get started? What was the reason to telling the story?
Well, as you noted there, this is actually inspired by real events, which up until the point that Simon told me about, I would not have believed. But so Simon had this idea for this story kind of bubbling around for a while, and he told us about it, and I genuinely thought he was joking. The idea that actually two people could dig up Charlie Chaplin and try and ransom him to his family and get away with it for so long. They had the coffin for months before they actually got caught by the police, who managed to track them down. It's just such a sort of fantastically amazing tale for it to be actually based on a true story. So when Simon pitched it, yeah, we thought this is a perfect thing to try and bring into the modern day. So actually, this happened in the 70s in Switzerland. And so we thought, right, let's try and do a modern version. So we don't have to do a sort of period piece or anything. And let's set it in a city that sort of represents grifting and cons and crime and that kind of thing. And that felt like Vegas was a very good setting for that. And so Simon threw it over to Doug, who's a very talented writer. Don't tell him I said that. And he did us a very, very good script. And that ended up being the template for the shoot that we had. And so it's sort of peppered with a lot of comedy, a lot of love for Chaplin. There's some homages in there. And also it's great because of the chemistry and the sort of like the relationship between those two brothers, who are brothers in real life as well. So it sort of really worked, in that regard.
Yeah.
The script was the thing. When we got the script from Simon and from Doug, I wanted to shoot it like tomorrow. I was sitting alone at home and laughing out loud. And when that happens, I read a lot of scripts, and it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, and Simon and Doug, you guys, like, it's so natural on screen, and you bring that brotherly aspect to the roles, and it just plays off so well. Like, how many times have you seen films where you put people together who are not brothers, and it just doesn't work? This works. What was it about writing it, putting it together, and then was it always, were you writing it for yourselves? Because it feels good.
Well, what's your name? This guy. He brought me the idea, and he gave me the broad concept and said, take that, write some great dialogue, set it in Vegas, and basically make these two idiots us. So I did. I mean, I had to talk him up a little in the script to make him, well, what someone people would want to watch. So,
to be fair to him, my dad did a great job at making a great script, sort of. So it really did help that he knew me already.
It did. When he sent it back to me, I corrected it.
Hey, Michael, if you enjoy it, why don't you come out with us some night?
Hey, I'm up for it. I am up for it, because I'm just curious what it would be like to hang out with all of you and see what happens.
Are you in Vegas, Michael?
Huh?
Are you in Vegas?
No, I'm not. I'm in LA, but it isn't like it's that far away to get to Vegas.
A night out with us is dangerous. You go out Friday, you come home Tuesday. You won't have a lot of.
You don't remember much.
It sounds like CES when I'm there during that week. Well, the one thing I had to ask, and I'm going to ask you all, whenever you shoot in Vegas, is Wayne Newton to get to permits in Vegas? Is Wayne Newton has to be on everything that you do?
I'm not coming.
Now, I'll tell you one thing. He's one of the nicest, genuinely nicest people you ever want to meet.
He is.
And I happened to be introduced to him prior to doing the movie, and I I introduced him to Simon over dinner. And Simon then kind of took and communicated with him and his wife, Kat, and his daughter, Lauren. And they're all in the movie. Kat's in the movie. Lauren is in the movie. And what a pleasure. It just added so much, not only to the on-screen part, but also off-screen, on the set. And Wayne, as I'm sure Simon or Paul can tell you about the cemetery scene and how that all came about. But what a great guy. What a great representative and spokesman for Las Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Such a nice guy and such a pro as well. While we were there, as Ken said, we met him through Ken, and he invited us all to his show that he does at the Galleon every night, and where he does songs and comedy bits and tells stories and plays videos of things that he's been in. And it was a great night, yeah. And he came and did that, and he came and did a couple of scenes in the movie for us. And his wife Kat came and played the news reporter, and his daughter Lauren came and played a role as well. So it was a sort of a really good family thing for Wayne. He really is Mr. Las Vegas. He helped us out quite a lot as well. When we were filming, we were having a bit of trouble trying to get a cemetery that would let us film in. We had one, and then it fell through with 2 days to go to filming there. And we were filming with Wayne in Champagne's cafe, and we were doing the scene, and he was asking us how it was going, and we said, well, good, apart from the fact that we've lost this cemetery, and we've got this scene, and we've got all these extras booked, and we don't know what we're going to do. And he said, well, look, why don't you come and shoot it in my backyard? And we sort of laughed and said, look, I think we need something a bit bigger than a backyard, Wayne. It's very kind of you to offer. And he said, look, come and see my backyard, and once you've seen it, you can tell me what you think. And so we sort of, okay, all right. And that evening, after we finished filming that day, we went to his home and saw what he called his backyard, which is a 27-acre horse ranch where he breeds Arabian horses, complete with long rolling fields and trees and a little stream going through it with a bridge over it. And it was perfect. And so two nights later, Wayne Newton very kindly let us return and dig a very deep hole in the middle of his pristine lawn, and saved us from a bit of a disaster there. So I was quite glad that day that the whole place is surrounded by quite tall walls. I was quite glad there was no paparazzi sort of sneaking over the top to take pictures, because it would probably be in TMZ that Wayne Newton was burying someone in his backyard.
And see, those are the awesome stories that, like, really, I'm hoping that our audience will want to come and watch this movie, because there's so many things that I was just like, to me, it felt like it wasn't acting. Like, this was just like going through a day in the life type of a scenario, which I love when movies are like that, where you forget that you're watching a movie. And the writing is so well done. What was it like to shoot in Vegas? I know there's so much hustle and bustle. Was this during the COVID situation when it was slowing down, or was this before? Because
no,
when it's in full,
we shot November, about mid-November, 10th, 11th, or something like that, in 2019. So it was just before, and it was great to have something like this in the can to work on when COVID really, locked everything up. So as a production company, we were very fortunate, but we were even more fortunate because we had a good movie to work on. And we even got, as you probably know, a theatrical release. And what an honor for an independent film company to be in theaters. We opened in theaters the week after Kevin Costner opened. I mean, come on.
Yeah, in hindsight, that wasn't a great move, was it? Because everyone wanted to see Kevin Costner rather than me and Doug.
I don't understand that.
Well,
but
Kevin Costner, isn't he?
Yeah, but this is the good sense. The highlight of all this is that with television now and with streaming and VOD, you're able to reach so many more people that probably would not go to the movie, but will see it at home. And it's going to really resonate and really touch a lot of people. What is it for it coming out in this type of process, Simon, Doug? What do you feel like as writers to sometimes not have that as much as we'd love to have been able to the last year and a half to be able to go back to theaters, but to see it at home and to have that opportunity, what does it feel like for writers to be in that situation?
I'm always a little stunned and humbled by the fact that people watch things I write. The fact that people will spend their money on something that I helped create always kind of stuns me a little. Although I am a great writer, let's not, like, we're not forgetting that part. The humbleness makes me sarcastic. I've told you that before. No, in all seriousness, though, I whether it's cinema, television, VOD, DVD, the fact people enjoy what we create, I think is a great feeling. And I just hope people watch this and enjoy it, because it's supposed to be some fun. It's a little brutal in parts, but it's supposed to be fun, and the world needs a bit of fun at the moment. I mean, let's face it.
A bit of fun and a bit of raw sex appeal.
Well, that is definitely true. We do need that fun right now, and this movie definitely brings in the laughs. It brings in a lot of fun. It's a good fun movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. Paul, how can everybody see it, and when can they see the movie?
So it's available from the 20th of April, so that's the 20th of this month, on all the major streaming platforms, so iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, so forth, all the other ones that are available. And also, if anyone is into still physical media, you can get the DVD from Amazon. So physical media, Amazon.com, and everything else is all your usual major streaming platforms. So it should be fairly ubiquitous. That's on the 20th of April.
And if you live near me, I have a DVD that I will rent you my couch and sell you a beer.
Doug's living room is the last remaining blockbuster that's still going.
Hey, a living room and a beer, how can you turn that down, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, he's not kidding.
No, he's not. In fact, just before these interviews, Doug was bootlegging copies outside.
Hey, are you sure you're not Latino? Because that's what we do. But guys, Paul, Ken, Simon, and Doug, I cannot say it enough. I love this film. It was so much fun. We're going to put a link in the description to Amazon so they can purchase the film if they would like, as well as be able to rent it. We're going to put different links in there. But thank you so much, you all, for stopping with us and talking about the film. Didn't want to give spoilers because people need to see it. So that's why we kind of tried to...
We steal Chaplin.
He said he didn't want to give spoilers.
I didn't want to give spoilers.
Now you ruined the whole interview.
Don't have to watch it now. Why don't you tell them to enter Titanic while you're at it, Doug?
There's a movie about Titanic?
They make it to New York, right?
Yeah.
Is that the next movie? Are we going to see a spin-off of this, Stealing Something from New York next?
Oh, no.
Are we allowed? No, we're going to dig somebody else up.
Yeah, go on, tell him.
Well, the title, give him the title at least.
Yeah.
Stealing Elvis.
Now there's something to talk about.
Yeah. So hopefully this time next year we'll be back with you again talking about Stealing Elvis.
Hey, that would work. That would work. I would be happy for it.
Thank you very much, man.
But if you want to see it early, Doug will also be bootlegging
On
copies
my
of that.
couch, $10 a beer.
$10?
What is this? Freaking microbrews?
It's Canadian beer.
Ooh, even worse. I won't go $10 on Canadian beer. I'm sorry.
He's going to give you Canadian beer, but he's going to want to be paid in US dollars.
Exactly. But hey, everybody, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and check out the description so you can get a copy of your own of Stealing Chaplin. We'll see you soon.